this tutorial I'm going to show you how to crochet the Harlequin stitch. Really beautiful 4-row repeated pattern, but as you can see the patterns are very similar, so rows 2 and 3 are very similar to 4 and 5. It's just how we start and end the rows that is slightly different. Beautiful stitch, works up really quickly. Once you sort of got your head around it, it's actually a nice one just to lose yourself in. So it's a fairly mindful stitch. Really lovely stitch. So let's have a look at the tutorial. So for this tutorial I've decided to use 2 different colours. You can use just one colour, but you won't see the Harlequin effect as effectively. So I'm going to be using 2 different colours. I have white and I have pink. I have a 4mm crochet hook because I'm using DK yarn. I have a needle to sew in my ends and a stitch marker just in case I need one. So we're going to start off with the foundation chain. So I'm going to make a slip knot. You can do this in whichever way you prefer. And we're going to make a foundation chain in multiples of 8 plus an extra 1 at the end. So yarn over, pull through the loop on your hook, that's 1. Yarn over, pull through the loop on your hook, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So pause the video now whilst you make your foundation chain in multiples of 8 for as long as you would like your piece to be, and I shall see you in a moment. So I have my foundation chain, that's 4 multiples of 8, and I'm going to do my extra 1 now as per the instructions before. So we're going to start working back down the chain, and our first stitch is going to go into the 5th chain from the hook. So we never count the 1 on the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in that 5th chain we're going to do 3 trebles. That's UK terms. In US terms that would be 3 doubles. So yarn over, insert into the chain, yarn over and pull through. You should have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. Then we're going to do the second, so yarn over, insert into the same chain, yarn over and pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. And then the third, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. We're then going to chain 1, and we're going to do 3 more trebles in the same chain. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and then the last one, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. We're then going to skip the next 3 chains, so 1, 2, 3, and in the next chain we're going to do a double crochet. Remember that's UK terms, that would be a single crochet in US. So insert, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through both of those loops. We're going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the next one we're going to do that lovely cluster that we just did before. So we're going to do 3 trebles. That's 1 treble, 2 trebles, 3 trebles, chain 1, 1 treble, 2 trebles, and then the final treble. And make sure your chain doesn't twist, so twist it back if you need to. Skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and double crochet in the 4th. and we're going to repeat that all the way down the row. So skip 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 trebles, chain 1, 3 trebles, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, do a double crochet. So carry on all the way down the row until you get to your last 4 stitches, and I'll show you how to finish off the row. So pause the video now. So I've just done my last little cluster of 3 trebles, chain 1, 3 trebles. I have 4 chains remaining. So I'm going to skip the first 3, 1, 2, 3, and in the last stitch I'm going to do a double crochet. Now if you're changing colours, this is where you're going to be needing to change your colour. So have your new colour ready. If you're not changing colours, you can just complete the stitch without adding the extra yarn. So we're going to insert into that last chain, yarn over, so have 2 loops on your hook, drop your old colour, pick the new one up, wrap it around your hook, and then yarn over and pull through that last part of the stitch. And there you've changed colour, ready for the next row without it affecting the row you've just done. Now you can either tie your ends off and snip them off, but you will have a lot of ends to sew in if you do that way. If you're going to put a border around your piece, then you can carry them up. We're working in 2 rows, repeat, so we'll work back down this row in the pink, and then back to this end in the pink, and then swap back to the white. So I'm just going to put my white to the side for now. Now if you want to, you could take your yarn tail from the very beginning and the yarn tail that you've just started your pink with, and just tie those in a knot if you think you're a bit worried about them coming undone. So we are ready for the start of the repeated pattern. So it's a 4-row repeat after here. So this is row 2, and we're going to start row 2 by chaining 3. So 1, 2, 3, and we're going to turn our work. So this chain 3 count, so we're not going to work into that very first stitch, and we're going to start off by doing 3 trebles together over the 3 trebles from the previous row. So to do that, we're going to yarn over, insert into the top of that first treble, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop, yarn over, insert into the top of the next treble, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops and stop, then yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. You should have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops. We're now going to chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to skip the chain space here, and we're going to work 6 trebles together over the 3 trebles on this side going down. We're going to skip the double crochet in the middle and carry on with the 3 trebles up the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, skip the middle. So we're skipping the chain space, so 6 together, yarn over, insert into the treble, yarn over, pull through. Now it's a bit tricky because you've got this chain here, it can make your crochet feel a bit wobbly. Once you get the hang of that one, you'll be okay. Yarn over, pull through 2, you should have 2 loops on your hook and leave them there. Yarn over, insert into the next treble, and you'll notice that one wasn't as wobbly because you've got some stability from the previous stitch. Yarn over and pull back through. You've got 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 and leave it there. Yarn over, insert into the next treble, yarn over, pull through. Got 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, got 4 loops on your hook, leave it there. skip the double crochet, and we're working into the next treble with our next treble together. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through just the two at the front of your hook and leave it there. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first two loops and leave your stitch there. And then the final one, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, and double check. You should have 7 loops on your hook at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 7 loops on our hook. We're then going to chain 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're then going to work our way back down and back up again as we did with this one. So we're skipping the chain space and we're going to do our 6 trebles. Remember, that's UK terms. 6 trebles or doubles in US over these 6 stitches, remembering to skip that one in the middle. So miss the chain space, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 and leave your stitch there. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 and leave your stitch there. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over through 2 and leave your stitch there. Skip the double crochet into the next treble, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops and leave your stitch there. Got 2 more to go. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through just the first 2 loops and leave your stitch there. And then the last one, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Double check you have 7 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yarn over, pull through all 7 and then chain 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So work your way down the row in exactly the same. So the 6 trebles together, skipping that double crochet in the middle, chain 7, skip the chain space. So work your way down till you get to the top of your last shell, if you like, and I'll show you what to do at the end. So pause the video now. So I've just done my last full set of treble 6 together. I'm now going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. I'm going to skip that chain space, and like the beginning of the row, we're going to do almost sort of a half cluster, if you like. We're going to do the 3 trebles together that would mirror what's going on at the beginning of the row. So we skip this one. So yarn over, insert into the first treble, yarn over, pull through 2 and stop. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over through 2 and stop. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over through 2 and stop. You should have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 4. Now be careful here, make sure you're going into your very last stitch where we've got this turning chain, and in there we're going to do a treble in the 3rd chain of that chain 3. So that's what we should have so far. Now we're going back down this row in pink, so we don't need to fasten off. when we get to the end of the row we can pick the white up again and just carry them up the sides. So for row 3 then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to turn. And we're going to work in the very first stitch here, so that chain 3 does not count. So we're going to work at the base of that chain 3, and in there we're going to put 3 trebles. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, that's 1, and another treble, and another treble. Remember, if you're using US terms, that would be a double. We're then going to skip the next stitch, and we're going to work in the chain space from 2 rows below, so that's 1 row and the white is 2 rows. And we're going to do a double crochet in there, but we're also going to do it around this 7 chain. So we're going to insert into the chain space, come out, and you should have the pink on top as well. Yarn over and pull through. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both of those loops. And that will just pull up those 3 trebles that you had earlier, making your sides a little bit straighter. The next stitch we're going to do is going to work into the centre of the cluster that we had for our 6 trebles together. So when you start doing the chains after the 6 trebles together, you end up with a loop that joins all of those together. Let me just get my needle. So this is the loop here. So we're going to work in there with a cluster of stitches. So we're going to do 3 trebles into that cluster stitch. So 1 and 2 and 3. Then we're going to chain 1 and we're going to do the 3 trebles again. So it's very much like row 1 here. So that's 1 and 2 and 3. Then we're going to do our double crochet through the chain space and around the 7 chain. So insert into the chain space, yarn over, make sure you have that 7 chain on the top, grab your yarn, put it back through the chain space and finish off your double crochet. And then we're going to do our cluster of 3 trebles, chain 1, 3 trebles into the stitch that holds those treble 6 together from the previous row. So insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and the 3rd treble. Don't forget chain 1, then do 3 more trebles in the same space. That's 1 and 2 and 3. Do your double crochet in the chain space and around the 7 chain, and then we're going to just repeat that all the way down the row. So pause the video now till you get to the end of the row and I will show you what to do at the end. So I've come to my last chain 7 and my chain space, so I'm going to do the double crochet in there. So into the sort of half cluster that we've got here, I'm going to find where they all join, and we're going to go in with 3 trebles. So that's 1 treble, 2 trebles and 3 trebles. And then in the very last stitch we've got that 3 chain there. We're going to do a treble into the last stitch. So yarn over through 2. Now if you're changing colours You want to change back to your previous colour, so I'm going back to my white. Now be careful not to pull this too tight, otherwise your work will bunch up. So you want it taut but not too tight. So yarn over, pull through the remainder of that treble stitch, and there you have that row complete. So for row 4 then we're going to chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, and turn our work. The chain 3 does count in this stitch, so we're going to skip the first stitch here, and we're going to be working our treble 6 together over the next 3 trebles, skip the double crochet and the following 3 trebles. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 stitches and leave your stitch there. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops and leave your stitch there. Yarn over, insert into the next treble, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, skip the double crochet, working into the top of the treble, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, leave your stitch there, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 and leave it there. And then the last one of this cluster, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Check you've got your 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yarn over, pull through all 7 loops on your hook, and then chain 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skip the chain space, and then we're going to do that treble 6 together over those next 3 trebles, skipping the middle one. So let's do the first one and stop, start the second one and stop, and the third one, stop, skip the double crochet, do the 4th one and stop, do the 5th one and stop, do the 6th and last one and stop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yarn over and pull through. And obviously as you get more experience with doing the treble 6 together, you probably won't need to count, but sometimes it's good just to make sure, no matter how experienced you are. So chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and continue down the row with your treble 6 together, skipping the double crochet, chain 7, until you get to your last few stitches, and I shall show you what to do at the end of the row. So pause the video now. So I'm just coming up to my last treble 6 together. I'm going to pull that one right through there. And then to finish the row off, I'm going to work into the top of the 3 chain from the previous row with a treble. And there we have row 4. Now row 5 starts off with a chain 1 and we turn our work. And into this very first stitch, which is the center of this cluster here, we're going to work 3 trebles, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to work another 3 trebles in the same cluster space. So 1 and 2 and 3. Then we're going to work in that chain space like we did before, working it over the 7 chain as well. So into the chain space from 2 rows below, grab your yarn back through, yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook. Then we're going to work into the center of the next cluster, and in there we're going to do 3 trebles, 1, 2 and 3, chain 1 and 3 trebles in the same cluster space, One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought I had one left to do. It's the problem when your mind wanders. Into the chain space with your double crochet, and then back into the cluster space. So work your way down the row, doing 3 trebles, chain 1, 3 trebles into the cluster spaces, and then a double crochet around the chain space and chain 7, and I shall see you just before the end of the row. So pause the video now. Now to finish this row off, we're going to do something a little bit different. So we've worked our 3 trebles, chain 1, 3 trebles into that last cluster space. So that's the treble from the previous row. So we're going to be working into the 3 chain. We're not going to work in the top of the 3 chain, we're going to work in the very first chain that we made there, and in there we're going to do a double crochet. And that just finishes off that row nicely. Now if you were changing colours like I am, and I wasn't paying attention then, you would need to change your colour here. So insert yarn over, pull through, drop the working yarn, pick up the colour. Again, remembering you don't want it to be too tight, but you do want it to be taut, and pull through. So that's the end of the repeated pattern, and then we go back to row 2 and we chain 3, and we would turn our work and we would carry on. So I'm going to work up a few more rows for you to see how it looks. I'm also going to show you how to do a finishing off row at the end. So pause the video now, finish off as far as you would like your piece of work to be, and join me so I can show you how to get a nice neat finish. So pause the video now. So I've worked up a few more rows for you to see how it looks. You get this lovely sort of diamond pattern with the Harlequin effect, a little bit like a Harlequin's outfit, which I guess is where the name has come from. Really nice, not a texture to it, but a nice feel to it. Some stitches, when you work them up, they feel rough. This actually feels quite smooth. It's pretty much the same on the back as it is on the front. Now I've worked up to a repeat of row 3, so that was a row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3. Now say I'd made this for a scarf and I got to the end of my scarf, I'm going to end up with bumpy edges, but I would like a nice smooth edge like I have in the beginning row here. So let me show you how to do a nice neat edge on the work. So I've changed to my final colour, so it will be white on both ends, and I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to turn my work. That chain 1 does not count, and I'm going to do a double crochet in the very first stitch. Going to do a double crochet in the next stitch, and as we go down our stitches are going to get longer, so the next length up would be a half treble, that's a half double in US, and then a treble. I'm going to skip the double crochet from the beginning row and then we work it backwards. So I'm going to do a treble, then a half treble, then a double crochet, going to do another double crochet in the stitch in the middle there, and then start the repeat to that pattern. So double crochet, half treble and treble, skip the double crochet, next stitch treble, sort my yarn out there, sorry, half treble, double crochet in the chain space, and then start the repeat, double, half, treble, skip, treble, half, double crochet into the chain space, double crochet into the next to start the pattern again. So double, half, oops, try that half again, and treble, skip the stitch, treble, half treble, double crochet, and then finish with a double crochet in the top of the turning chain from the previous row. And then you can just fasten off. Just pop a stitch marker in there so it doesn't come undone. And there we have our piece of work nicely finished off, with nice flat edges on both sides. It's a really lovely texture, as I said before. Because it's a 4-row repeat, you do get pretty similar pattern on the front and the back, so if you were to do something like a scarf, then it would look the same on the back as the front. As I said, you can make it with one colour, but it really pops when you make it with 2 colours, and then you're changing after row 1, you change every 2 rows. Just a really lovely stitch. So if you've enjoyed this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps YouTube to show it to other crocheters. If you have enjoyed seeing my stitch marker today, that's available from shop.conquercrochet.com, that's my website, or you can get it on my Etsy shop. These are my kawaii stitch markers with their lovely cute little faces, and they're just really lovely, nice quality, snag-free stitch markers to just make your work a little bit more enjoyable. I shall pop 2 videos on the side of the screen to help you on your crochet journey, and I will see you over there. Thank you so much for joining me on this one, and happy hooking!